Whew, another wonderful day, another beautiful day, another fine day, and we get together and have conversations. We get together and we talk. We get together and we talk with friends who are actually concerned with our community, with friends who are actually making things happen. We talk with people who, personally, I feel like care for our community. And I don't just say this because I want to say it. If you look at what they're doing, you know, they care. And it's been a while. I started something wonderful with my brother, and then I jumped into my busy, crazy schedule. I don't have time for this and that. And however, we're back, and I should say this time around, you will be for a long time. Welcome, boss.
Thank you. It's been a long time.
How
It's been a
far?
very long time. I'm not my brother. We didn't know. We push.
Maybe lie. So,
Small, small.
go ahead and introduce you while I check the sound and everything.
Yeah, I've been here before a couple of times, but for new people, who are not yet familiar with my face, I'm Innocent. I go by Innocent C on Facebook, on maybe all social media platforms. And Toridey is our home, and I'm happy to be here to make this community talk, to make our community grow, because we have this burden to make our community better in every aspect.
Yeah, every aspect. But for this segment, we'll only talk more about sports.
Yeah.
But there's going to be time when we will talk about politics, especially because you get a very wonderful background in politics. And what was it again?
Political science.
Yeah, political science. By the way, it doesn't mean that if you do political science, then you must have some knowledge in politics.
I mean, knowledge in politics come with history,
Mm-hmm.
and then uh, all actualities, the news, whatsoever is going on, reading books, reading news, make
Yeah.
sure that you are aware of what is going on
Mm-hmm.
around the world. So the politics is everywhere. Even you right here, right now, you're doing politics.
You know that my question was really stupid. How can I ask you if you're doing political science if you know something about politics?
Yeah, you know, I mean,
Political science.
political science I would say it's a melting pot
Yeah.
of so many social sciences.
Okay.
So when you do politics, you want to know a little bit about sociology.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know a little bit about law.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know a little bit about communication.
Wow.
You want to know a little bit about management.
Mm-hmm.
So all that comes together and make of you a very good political scientist, if you want to say it this way.
Wow. Now I understand why politicians most of the time they have little knowledge on almost everything. There's no topic you bring up that do not have something to say about it. So they just go out there and dig and learn
and
and research. That way they're in a far more better place to maybe address issues.
Yeah, but the foundation, like I say, history. You have history and you have philosophy.
Wow.
For politics.
History, so know where you're coming from. Philosophy for manipulation.
Yeah, so exactly. So
wow.
So we get it
Okay.
that
When
way.
I notice we'll get one empty seat. That empty seat will be filled up very soon by somebody I also get so much respect for them. But before we do that, let's go ahead and share the video. Go ahead and share on your different platforms. You're going to be talking about sports. We're going to be talking more specifically maybe about football. By the way, how you the sitting that they happen for Cameroon, especially when it comes to the football?
Every time, same thing going on in Cameroon. You know,
How you
we entered with this fake food issue with the new president coming in. We've entered an era where everything is just crazy. You know,
Yeah.
He came in with an agenda.
Yeah.
So he wanted to make some institutional reforms.
Yeah.
But you know, whenever you want to make some reforms, know that you're going to shock some personal or some interest, some lobby interest. So now this situation has put the sport, I mean the Cameroonian football in a situation where every time you have polemics because of that shock of interest.
Wow.
Somebody wants to make an institutional reform to make football better, but some people that's been there benefiting from it, and they've been there for a while. So now it's kind of hard for them to go with that reform because they are losing a lot of money they were getting.
Wow.
So yeah, it create that shocks, and that's where we're finding ourselves right now with this football and issue, but we'll get there. You know, no evolution comes easy. You have to shock. They say through revolution comes evolution.
But what do you think, us as a people, what do you think we are not doing? What do you think we're supposed to be doing to help the administration in place achieve the goal or they want to achieve?
I mean, there's one thing that is really, we need to be educated. We are lacking that civic education we used to have when we were growing up. So because now people don't even have the sense of patriotism. So, and it's shocking to see how journalists or social media platforms, bloggers, they are dividing. They are dividing the population
over things that we're not supposed to be divided.
Over things that is supposed to get us united and be together. So we need that education. Like we need that civics education that we used to have before.
Well,
we really need to go back to that as a people to learn how we can protect our own country, our own image. I'm not talking about an individual as a whole, but I'm talking about the image as a whole. Yes, we do have some crazy and dirty things going on. We at every time point out just the negative one. Sometimes we can try to put some positive action going on. But every time you look at around the social media talking about Cameroon, it's bashing. Everything is just negative. You see people fighting amongst other for
always trying to bend a good thing to look
bad sometimes because they are from this faction or from this camp, let's say. But it doesn't make us better though. We are not benefiting nothing from that. We are just killing our own image.
Let's talk a little bit about politics. Some people feel like it's a distraction for 2025 elections.
Distraction, I would say no, because there is no distraction in politics. It might be a
strategy,
a weapon of propaganda. So maybe to like divert your attention from this, but it's not a distraction. Actually, it's a political. If that is the case, it's really, really well thought and with, I don't know, man. If it is the case, it's some Machiavellic machinery that they put on to put ourselves in that kind of situation.
Well, yeah, what's that? You feel you can catch it, don't you?
So what I'm saying is, we have to come back to our loving our community, our society, not just the country. So at least sometimes we can point out positive things to clean up that image of we're having right now as far as football is concerned in Cameroon.
I was going to ask you this question, and while you answer the question, I'll go ahead and mic my boss.
Yes,
the Cameroonian football right now, we see them winning, losing some competition. For instance, like Shan, we did not qualify, I think, for Shan. The other day they qualified for, I think, the under 17 and with some crazy scores. And the national team have not really had the result. It's just they're flopping. They're doing good and they're not doing good. Do you think it is because of the chaos that is happening, or it's more of, okay, right now we are reinventing, we are not really reinventing, but we are rearranging things. It's going to take for us to lose or break some eggs, and then the machinery will start running well and it will run properly, maybe for a longer time. What do you think?
I think I told you before, through revolution come evolution. You cannot make an evolution without breaking some eggs, like you were saying. So what we are saying now with some teams, national team winning or some losing, is normal. It's sport. You win some days, you lose some. So today you've lost, tomorrow you win. It happens. But what we are saying now is that they are trying to build. That's why I told you there was a reform going on. They wanted to build a Cameroonian football identity. All right, and that will start from scratch with those youngsters you're saying. So the way these youngsters are playing, all right, some people will think and say that no, they are age past the
opening.
Yeah, but that's not the case. That's not the case. That's because they are trying to inculcate something from that childhood on that, and then now you're seeing the fruit. So if some other teams are not winning, it's okay. We are in a process of, like the women team. You see, the under 20, they went to the World Cup. They
Yeah.
didn't came back with a shame. Actually, they performed well.
Yeah.
They got kicked out with by the Brazilian team, and then it was a very tough match. Very tough match. So I'm not saying that they are playing less, but now you can win some, you lose some.
Lose some.
So we just accept that. Yeah, we are building. We are trying to build this identity, our football identity, so that we can benefit from it for years to come. So imagine. Let me finish this under 17 that just qualified for. The African Cup of Nations in Morocco. So now imagine them in 8 years' time. They've been playing together since this time. How can you hold them?
Yeah, and it's not just the 22 players that we have so many other good young players
Exactly.
that are ready to replace the ones that will get injured and things like
and
that.
Other stuff. So we are building that big reservoir, of future generation footballers, and we're inculcated into them that identity, the what you call the fighting spirit. All right. So when you enter the pitch, they should be afraid of you, what that as they used to be. In 2000 and 2002, they were really afraid of the Cameroonian team, and that's the identity they are trying to inculcate into this young generation.
Now I understand why the president said rendezvous dans 8 ans. So probably the Nations Cup or the World Cup. Boss, welcome.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming. I know how busy you are, but you always find time to respect my invitation. A little bit about you, just small introduction of yourself.
So my name is Nathan Fogwe. I've been in this community for, I would say, for a long time. Let me put it that way. I'm the head coach for Arlington Veteran, and that's the local veteran team that we have in the Arlington area. I love football. Anywhere you talk football, I'm there. So I'm here to talk about that, as you know. And I just came back from Grapevine, where I went to scout some players.
Okay.
So that's the passion I have for the game.
Okay. Yeah. The players you're scouting, is it for AVFC or some other competition?
It's for AVFC. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to bring in more players, because if you look at the demographics, you have aging players, right? I'm trying to bring younger guys who can come, be in Arlington Veteran, play for Arlington Veteran. I want a model where we can have Arlington Veteran players, not borrowed players. So I want them to come and like the model,
be part of the group,
and then play for the badge. So that's what I'm trying to do.
I don't know where you get your drive from. I don't know where you get because you are so passionate about not only soccer, about the Arlington Veteran group, always trying to see what you can do to make it work. And trust me, for that one, I'd give a chapeau. However, the conversations today, maybe I will bring Arlington Veteran differently. Now, but for today, I want to talk more about football around Cameroon, around the world, players and things like that. However, I know you follow Cameroon football more, even if there are plenty. What do you think with the present administration now and the results we will get now?
Quite frankly, I like Eto. I don't like Eto as a person, but I like Eto as an administrator, in the sense, the thing, it do the right thing what we need them for come out for point 1 to point 2, right? I like the effort, I like the transparency, I like the commitment, right? And one thing I like about them, and you feel really see what you do, because if you see we league, you don't elevate we league to some level, right? If you see the way players they really get return on their investment, you know, say be encouraging. And very soon, for African level, club level for Africa, you'll start see Cameroon teams them like it was in the days of the Canons, the Tonnerres, and all of that. So I see him pushing the team, the federation towards that direction.
Yeah. Even me, I think so also. But you know, when you come from a country where we don't be used to winning, and every 4 or 5 or 6 years we win some major trophy and something. When you just want go for a long 8 years, you know, win, people will be like, nah, this is we know one time. Innocent. I think the next question I want us to talk about is, you think the same way they do now with the under 17, which is actually using By the way, under 17 are young players, but for the first time, I feel really see if you look at the picking them and everything, they really look their age. Maybe back in the days when they say under 17, then you look the man, you say, damn, bro,
Yes.
bro.
I know I'm be this.
I know.
So
Yeah.
this situation, the coach of Central African Republic
Yeah,
brought that up.
He made some crazy
He made some
statement.
crazy statement, even though he made mea culpa.
Mhm.
That no, these player, they are playing like 25 years old player. How can a goalkeeper of 17 years kick a ball from his pole to another pole? That's not possible. But actually, with this issue of age in African football, the African Confederation have put on this scientific MRI test. So every player on that under 17, under 15, they go through MRI player, and this is conducted by the CAF official themselves. So you cannot say that this is
They're cheating or something.
they are cheating or something. So they went actually. What happened is that 20 players of Cameroon went under that test. They all made it. 3 out of 20 was limit the age required, borderline. All right. So now what is funny is that the Central African Republic player out of 23 were out of range.
Which means they were trying to cheat.
Exactly.
And generally, that's
now,
how life. Yeah.
When they made that statement, now the CAF official, I mean the UNIFAC president, now released the result of that MRI result. So now the public saw it. So they came now and say, mea culpa, Cameroon is a very young and good, strong team to play, and they deserve their victory and other stuff. But you see why the damage were?
Yeah.
Because the guys now, because they are training them from that young age.
age.
Yeah, they are giving them that intensity
Yeah.
of play that you can play like men. So they are ready. They are really ready the way they are playing.
Yeah.
So now imagine if they keep this momentum in 5 years' time.
Yeah.
Oh no, they play first team, no problem. So now this aging stuff is just because the physical condition now is good, because they have an administration that is actually looking into that, making sure that they are having good training. They have been well prepared for every competition. Before this UNIFAC competition, they've trained for like 1.5 months before the competition. So they make a camp for 1.5 months. That's enough time to put your strategy, your tactics, and everything together. And even physics.
I heard someone even complain that even the Shan that we did not qualify was because the players just came. We did not have a league, or our league had not started at the time. If I remember well,
what happened is that they are accusing the referee. The referee of the game was really, really bad. So if you watch the game, you will see some funny things that the referee was calling.
No, but I will never.
But
yeah.
Like I say, someday you win.
Yeah.
And someday you lose.
Now, one thing I try not to ever do is blame a referee.
But the
referee can cheat and give 10 penalty, and you guys score 11 goals. So for me, I'll never go there. Because at the end of the day, the referee was really bad. They are going to get sanctioned. I don't know any parent or any responsible person who will want to just destroy a game and then destroy their career. Boss.
Also, if you talk about the referee, was it just one game?
It was
it's a qualifier, right?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't agree that the ref cheated on all the games.
No, it was 2 games. So
2 games.
One leg out and home.
And
so
they cheated.
Out Cameroon and win. And then back home, they lost 2
leg. Okay.
Yeah, the returning.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes it happens.
So that was it. But it's okay. Sometimes you win, sometimes. Yeah. I'm just saying what people said. I'm not saying that is the fact. All right. I'm not saying that that's the fact, but it's okay. You have stepped that if you've not qualified for the Shan. It's all right. You go and prepare.
Kushi, Cameroonian players, back in the days, we used to have some wonderful players playing for wonderful clubs internationally. For some time now, it was not there, but now we're starting to get people like Baliba being talked about, people like Buemo being talked about, Onana Kiss. I don't know whether they talk about it or they talk about it. But how does it feel? Do you think we are getting back there where we can start seeing some major Cameroonian players internationally?
Yes. I was talking with my brother the other day. We're talking about the Nations Cup that's coming up, looking at our team, right? I think I watched the Italian League today. I saw 2 very good Cameroonian players. Wow. I never knew. I never knew they were Cameroonians until the commentator made mention of that, right? So I think that they're coming up, right? They're coming up, and we have somebody. Eto'o is very good at tapping those players because he has scouts out there that can really do their homework
And he has the influence
yes,
also.
and bring us the players that we need.
Mhm.
I think I don't want to give us this year,
Mhm.
but I'll give us next Nations Cup.
Nations Cup.
Yes, I think this year, if we have the team, we build chemistry, the results will come next year for sure. And from that point, it's gonna be a smooth machine. Yes, that's
Yeah,
what I
because
see.
definitely, because by that time we already have other categories lined up
Yeah.
from the minim,
Yes,
and just like they have in the USA and other
Yes.
countries where you see the likes of the Iniestas and all of these other guys, they played almost every category together
Yes.
till they won the World Cup.
Yeah.
Which is
and if you know, in the days, right, we
Mhm.
had junior national team,
Yeah.
we had cadet, we had all those facets, right?
Yeah,
Now we don't. So you can see the void because when these guys get
go
old,
you
we don't have
replacement.
we
replacement.
don't have
Already
replacement,
replacement.
right? But you see what they're doing right now. They're bringing these junior teams back,
Mhm.
so people have that exposure internationally to play big games. Like he
Mhm.
said, we have young kids, 17-year-old, playing in well seen, right?
Mhm.
So they're getting exposed. Once they mature,
Mhm.
they'll play in other leagues, European leagues, and develop experience, and then we'll have good quality players. That's how it was before. So I see some prospects.
Nations Cup coming up soon. What is your prediction? What do you think might happen?
I mean, for me, I'm kind of really uncertain of what to say because if we are looking at the result that the team has been having with this new coach, the results are there.
Mhm.
But if you see the quality or the team level we've played against, it's not the top African
Teams.
teams. All right. So I really, really don't. I'm really, really not comfortable judging now the performances until we face that kind of team.
Mhm.
Like if you get Morocco, if you get Nigeria, how will you hold? Can you make it the same way you were beating Zimbabwe and Kenya,
Senegal.
Senegal? That now they have a very good identity when they are playing their football. It's different. What they've changed the coach, but the result is already is there because that coach, mind you, spent 9 years
Building the
building the
system.
system at the helm of the national team. Now they have a system that is rolling. So I cannot really say that we can get something or we might not. I'm just waiting to be surprised.
Mhm.
All right. But if we make it, it's all right. If we don't, at least let's learn from it. But the only thing I'm going to add on this is that the Cameroonian football identity, we don't have it in this team. Why? Because we have most of the players are binationals, okay, we'll say foreigners that finally came to play with Cameroon. And then they don't have the spirit of Cameroonian football, the Hemle. And they are lacking that, like do or die. That's it. So when you enter the field with that kind of spirit, you don't lose confidence. You are down 2-0, you keep pushing it. So we don't have that right now. So whenever you are facing any difficulty now in facing any team that is giving you that difficulty, you just give up. You see that the tactics is some crazy. You see, I'm not trying to pick on that coach, but you've seen in the game where you put a defender in the midfield and it was crazy a little bit because of that opposition. When you get the opposition now, you lose your way. But I'm not going to say that. Let's allow them, maybe when they are coming to Cameroon, like they are going now, maybe they'll get used to that spirit of not giving up, the fighting spirit. If they do, they might do something. But if they want to play the professional football, they know African football and European football is two different footballs. It's really two. You might be really good in Europe. You come to Africa, if you don't know what you're doing, you'll be shocked.
And I think that it's just simple. It's just simple thing. I feel like any other player should understand. Competitions like the Nations Cup that they usually come to represent the country, or the qualification games, is just one in many. It's not like in your leagues where you have 30 games to play. You can lose today and you relax because you win to catch up tomorrow or win the other. No, when you come for competitions like this, like the World Cup, that's why they are the most difficult. Because you play 7 games, depends on how many weeks. And almost every game is like the final. You just have to win and win and win and win. So whether they like it or not, like you said, they're just supposed to adapt to that. Coach, I wanted to ask you, especially when it comes to the coach. it's the feelings are mixed. Some people feel like, oh, he was not good. I was one of the persons who felt like, okay, he's not good, he's not qualified enough to coach us. But like he said, the results are there. Even though the changes, maybe tactical, this and that is not working. At the end of the day, if he continue to win, it will make him a good coach.
Yep.
So what is your take vis-a-vis him and Rigobert Song?
I think he's a good coach, right?
Okay.
I think he's a good coach because to evaluate a good coach, you go off of the results. He made a point. Oh, he makes substitutions that don't make sense. They don't make sense to him,
us. Yeah.
right? For instance, I watched a Manchester United game, right?
There was a time Eto'o played defense, by the way.
Exactly. Manchester United was losing. They brought in Harry Maguire to play up front. Harry Maguire is a defender, but they brought him to play up front, right? Because the coach wanted to play long balls so they can head.
Needed someone that can fight with the defenders.
So it's easy for us to say, oh, you don't have to bring a defender for a striker.
When we are losing.
Yes, it depends on what the coach is trying to do. So I'm not the kind of person who will criticize the coach because I'm not in his brain. I don't see what he sees, right? To me, I go off of the results. And when that happened, guess what? Maguire scored and tied the game. Everybody was happy. But if he had lost that game, it would have been hell. How can you bring in a striker, defender for a striker, right? Because everybody is a coach.
That's we being Cameroonian.
Yes, that's the thing. So,
but my point was not to point the replacement of the coach. It was just to show how he reacted faced to that opposition, the team that was playing aggressive. So the tactics was scattered.
And I understand what he's saying. What he's just saying is, it doesn't matter how you look at it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we have decided this guy is going to be the coach, and we'll just allow him do whatever he's going to do. If he brings in the result, what if he decides to? And that's one of the problems we had when Song was there. That is one of the things I didn't really like people criticizing him. Oh, the team doesn't have a system. I said no.
It does.
We cannot have a team that has scored almost 7 goals through crosses, and then you're saying they don't have a system. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
you understand?
Yes.
It is obvious that their system is crosses,
Yes.
and that was what Nigeria did. Nigeria was like, "Hey, they're going to cross the ball, so we have 2 things to do: either we try to stop them from making crosses, or our defender should be ready to fight."
Yes.
And that was it. They won the game.
Yes.
So I understand.
That's how we beat Brazil.
Yeah.
He brought in that young guy. Last minute. This is what you're going to
do.
This is that. Just go do that 4
cross.
times.
Yeah.
We scored. Game over. Right.
Wow.
So coaches are brought in to make decisions like that. Right. So I mean, I don't blame any coach. I don't care if it's Song, if it's because they know, right? If they brought there, they know. If the team brings them in to coach, they know, right? So I support every coach.
Yes, I mean, like you said, the team brings it in, but this coach no. Anyways, the only thing I would say about Rigobert Song is that they should have given him a little bit more time. He was doing something that many people were not saying.
Yeah.
Bringing in young players.
Exactly. He was playing on the long
range. I think he was actually trying to
build,
push the idea of the federation.
Exactly.
Which was that we have these older guys who have done their thing and all of that. We can sacrifice the next 4 years to start introducing the younger players, start giving this, because I keep telling people the only problem we have in Cameroon right now, whether it's football, whether it's any other structure, it's just the fact that most of us grew up with the mentality that if you don't know someone, if you're not coming from, you're not going to have anything. If we can change that mindset, especially when it comes to soccer, a kid knows that if I play very well today, even though I'm in Gokichunja or in Banga Bakundu or in Kuseri, if I play very well, there's a possibility that like Nathan Douala or like Chindo Jumbo School, I can be called up to play in the national team. All of them want to play.
Exactly.
But if you go out there and the mindset is, it doesn't matter what you do, they're never going to call you. They're only going to call those who are in Europe. It discourages them. So I don't know.
So like I was saying, you see, imagine you have this young player you should bring in that they were. If it's been 2 years now that the African Cup of Nations is over, imagine them with the kind of experience they will have gotten from the African Cup of Nations.
Yeah,
you understand? And now they will have gotten this, know how this African football is playing, even though they were all coming from Europe and all that stuff. But they should have given me a little bit more time.
You mean so?
Yeah.
To
build what he was building. People were saying, and the funny thing is, like, he made all the objectives they gave to him. He made it. Yes. They gave him 2. Qualify Cameroon for the World Cup. Qualify Cameroon for the next African Cup of Nations. which he did. So based on his contract, he did what he was asked of. All right. So now the guy not only qualified, but he was building this identity. We want to see a long range. People are seen to talking about the generation 2000 and 2003 or to 2000 and even say, let's say 2006. All right. They are seeing them on just 2000. They don't see the work that has been done with them before 2000. Before 2000. We started with Claude Leroy, and then we get Pierre Lechantre, all right, that did a wonderful good job in detecting those players. And then back then, our national championship was really tough. National championship was really tough. When they were calling them for the national team, they were putting in the work.
The foundation even of the 2000 2002 success was the introduction of football schools in Cameroon in the late 80s, Brazzaville and Kaji. You understand? And then, because back then, I'll tell you, between 95 and 2000, most of the Elite One clubs had Brazzaville school footballers playing for these clubs and all of that.
Exactly.
So it made the competition rich. You understand? And because when we were going to Brazzaville school, and even Kaji, the football style we were using for Brazzaville school was the same thing they were using for Kaji. So it was easy for you to pull a kid from Brazzaville school and group them up with those from Kaji, and they will know that we're just supposed to pass the ball around, and we're just supposed to run and everything. So it was easy when Wome was there, Rigobert Song was there, Eto'o was there, Njita was there, all of these guys. And even the ones who did not really play for Brazzaville actually went to Brazzaville school. So it was just easy.
It was easy. That's why we say that let's build them from scratch like we did. They are saying that people want to win now because of that social media pressure. They want to win now. No, but victories are built years back. You take time to build your victory. Your future victory, you start from now. If we keep patching, getting players from here to patch, to cover up our mistakes, we're not going to win anything. In the next 15 years, we'll still be struggling if we keep changing, if we keep destroying to rebuild. If you don't have that, build that identity from scratch, we will still have the same issue in 15 years.
Mr. Malik, welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Toridey.
You come late, 30 minutes late, bro.
No, I've been in the background for like 15 to 20 minutes just listening.
That's okay, my brother. But thank you very much. I should you don't follow the conversation already. Just go ahead and introduce yourself before we jump on any other question we'll get up for you.
Well, I am Malik, ex ball player, coach, mentor, and all that. Football analyst.
We don't talk a little bit about football development for Cameroon right now. More specifically, I think we talked about the national team, the federation, the chaos we did. What is your take? Do you think we are making any progress, or do you think the chaos is actually slowing us down?
Well, I don't think there's any institution that's running smoothly in any part of the world. Even the White House, where politics is at its best, they still have problems, bombs here and there. So it's very what is happening. To have progress, you need to go through all those bombs so you can fix them. So what is happening is very, very normal in our society. So I'm happy that we have issues. When we go above those issues, then we'll find solution and we can better build.
Wow. I think I like that question. What do you think is the way forward for you?
I think we're doing the right thing. Like you said, we're doing the right thing. The only one of the ways you can really improve is to see your mistakes. When you see the mistakes that you're making, and then you can only correct them. If you had 10 mistakes yesterday and you have 5 mistakes today, you've improved, right? And we're doing the right thing, in my opinion, because, like I said, the administration is doing the things that we were supposed to do that we haven't done a while ago. They're bringing grassroots football, which is the future of our football, because these guys are going to phase out at some point. The transition will be much easier. So I think these guys are doing a good job.
So for you, what do you think is the way forward?
No, it's the way forward. We build from scratch.
You know what's funny? People like True Lions, they're online shouting grassroots football. And then now we have a president who wants to
go from scratch.
And then he is, I don't know, oh no, this guy's not doing the right thing.
At every
Sometimes
mistake
I
or
feel
every
like
failure,
the
they'll just call it out.
criticism is. I feel like sometimes the criticism is just too hard. I don't know.
That's why I told you that we need some education, because we cannot always be criticizing, just pointing out everything that is negative.
Yes.
Everything that is negative. That's how we point out. That's why we're finding yourself in this. And that makes the polemic grow bigger and bigger. Sometimes you see a little situation, then they will grow it by talking about it, pointing it out. We don't need that. We need some positive vibes around those kids, make them grow to understand that they are the future. Let the administration right now build whatever they are doing. And the funny thing is that they have been elected. If in 4 years' time you see that they are not doing what they're supposed to do, you kick them out. But meanwhile, if they're still in under that 4 years, let them do what they're doing. At the end of the mandate, we do what we call an introspective, or we do an evaluation to see where we stand. Have we moved ahead, or we still on the same spot? So based on that, on those results, you either continue with them or you kick them out. You put a new team over there.
If I may.
Yeah, go ahead.
The Roger Milla era, the Tato, and this era, which is better in your opinion, and why?
I would say it's the same shenanigan going on, but the only difference is that now a lot of people are aware of what is going on. Because I remember,
and can contribute also. They can also say whatever they wanted to say.
Yeah, in 1990, you remember they almost put Bell aside. They didn't even want to bring Roger Milla to the World Cup.
No, I'm not talking about Cameroon football. I'm talking about in international.
Oh, generally?
Yeah, generally.
So like what is more like if football now as compared to that time, which is more difficult?
Yes. Okay.
Go ahead. I think I want to answer that question also.
Football, which I mean, this time around is more difficult.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of social pressure right now, a lot of interest in a lot of money. You know, where everywhere there's a lot of money now, you're gonna have some.
So you think if France, Cameroon, of course, majority will go for France.
Yeah.
Because they know Cameroon.
Yeah.
But back then, when we had the Massing Benjamin, they play for Canon, you don't see them on TV, you see them on the game day, you don't even know how they play. It's more difficult for France or for Romania or for Bulgaria to play that Cameroon national team.
Yeah,
because now you know Baleba.
Yeah.
Right? You know how he plays.
Yeah.
You know what's this guy's name? This guy in Napoli. You know how he plays. You know everybody because we see them, right?
Yeah.
But then Egypt, when you bring Baduzaki, you bring Berry Cremo, right? You don't know them.
So you think back in it was more difficult? Football was more difficult?
Football was more, we had better chances, right? Because teams could not prepare us.
That's why
now
it was easy.
Team can easily prepare us.
Yeah,
right? They know us.
They do video.
And if you see Brazil back then, nobody could beat them because you don't know them.
You don't know them.
They come from Brazil and come and play, right? Now all of them are in Europe. They know that.
But at the end of the day, I feel like that advantage or disadvantage is for everyone. All we need to do is have an FA that is functional, that can hire coaches. For instance, before now, we did not know coaches used to have video. What is the name of that assistant?
Video analyst.
Video analyst. We did not know about things like that. Now we have a coach who is insisting that he needs a video analyst.
Have you ever seen that video analyst since he's been appointed?
Oh, the video analyst is not the one that they're wanting for him to sit on the bench?
No.
Maybe he's supposed to do this work remotely on Zoom, do the analysis and send to the what I'm just trying to
just a
what I'm just trying to say is that is why our FA has to step up, get everything to compete with the rest of the world, whether we like it or not. We cannot continue to say, oh, we want to play like back in the days and then to win today. No, we have to also, if these people, and football right now, by the way, to answer the question, the question I thought you asked was, I feel like football right now is more difficult. I've seen training on social media, even goalkeeper training that I never saw growing up.
It's crazy.
There's this training where the goalkeeper is there and then they put some stuff in front of him
and then
that would divert the ball anyway, and then they're playing and then so you build your reflex in. I've seen kids do things and I'm like, wow. And that is where football is going. It's not only going to be fast, it's going to be efficient. You're going to have players who They'll play
The IQ
one
is
game.
not-
The IQ is something else. Can you imagine? Now, people like you say I was good. You understand? But there were some certain things I was doing that I did not even know that was what made me a little bit better than my friends. It is now that I realize that most of the times when I was even going for the ball, I already took
one or two
looks.
Scan
You
behind
understand? Which was what was helping me. But guess what? Nowadays they are teaching these kids. You cannot go for the ball without scanning and knowing
at
if
least
someone
4
is.
times.
Yep.
You want to know what to do before you get
And
the
then
ball.
they have all these role models. Ronaldo is not drinking Coke. All this one. Back in the days, we only relied on our local players. Ashington, this one, that one, whatever they were doing, we were
That's
just
what we
copying.
do.
But nowadays, a kid can sit somewhere in Colombentong or whatever they call that village, and their role model is Messi, and they just copy Messi. They don't drink, they just train and become Messi.
Yeah.
So, but if you compare good players, most of the time people go back in the Ronaldo's days, in the Pele's, in the Abedi Pele's, right? Because they were gifted, they were natural players back in those days, right? I think the football was more, because right now
more original.
It was more original, right? It was
I
more
feel
original.
what you're saying.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Because now if
Too much technology now.
Too much technology, too much system. You can break the system easily. When Equatorial Guinea plays, you don't even know how they play. Chad comes, you don't know how they play, but now they can.
You have to figure out.
Yeah, you have to figure out on that day. It's 90 minutes, right? Before you know it, they've scored 2 goals. They seal it, right? So now everybody knows.
I understand what you're saying,
Everybody
though.
knows.
Just imagine you have a team and then there's this number 10 that is doing some wonderful, crazy thing. He had already scored 2 goals, and then you're making a change based on the number 10.
Yes.
And then the coach remove the number 10 and
You're
put
like,
another person with a completely
different. Yes, you'll be like, what?
Exactly.
What am I supposed to
do right now?
There was a time when we were playing Nigeria. I think Peter Rufai got injured.
Yeah.
They brought in this other guy. We're like, thank God.
The
This
guy
guy
kept-
was better than
Peter Rufai. You'd be like, what was he doing on the bench?
We need Peter Rufai. You know what I mean? Because we don't know his profile.
Yeah.
We don't know him. We can only find out on that day, right? So,
Football vintage.
but now, if Romania looks at our roster,
Yeah,
they
analyze
they
everyone. They have videos
everyone.
on
this is how this
YouTube
guy
and
plays,
everything.
this is how he plays, they watch it.
Yeah.
Now, for bringing this guy who gave that cut back against Brazil,
Yeah, Bekele.
nobody knows him.
No, nobody knows it.
He's warming up. I said, how would they say?
They can get that pass.
You see, I know,
Yeah.
because he raw, he there for some place they never study. But now you go for the white man go teach you football for
Yeah.
some way with the controller.
The
Remember,
controller.
say not
That-
them
that's-
the controller.
that's true.
Exactly.
You see why Chinese need to want make America infiltrate them, because they want to preserve their identity.
The identity.
Because the moment where they expose them, then you know them.
Some person can control them from
Yes,
outside.
yes. You see, the West they control we because everything they give we.
Yep.
If we get we own,
System.
You
no
understand?
man of it.
No,
That
system.
Nyak for 90.
Yes.
That Hemley for 90.
Yes.
Hey,
God,
That must interfield.
now must be that maybe that player will be Lafinu
Yes.
that nine how they call it
But this man at the Kanija.
Kanija.
Yes.
Bro, that guy sweet that man. He don't even bother to look the man. He go pick him
got
a
the
book.
ball.
Yes.
And he didn't let me. They already come in for 50.
Then the man can attack his still have match way. That sucks.
If you end the back here with commentary about that game, you will laugh.
So that's why we're going to go back to our roots, build our own identity. We don't want, if we want to play, like I always say, the photocopy can never be the original. If you want to play in African football, you want to bring the European system, and then you want to go compete with the European system in the European world stage, they're going to beat us every single day. Until we come back to our root, we build our own football. We go shop with them. Now they be like, and that's what happened to them in 1990 when they faced Cameroon. They were like, where are these guys coming from?
And we beat Argentina.
Yeah. They were like, where are these guys coming from?
And it did not end there. England was, when we
regular
come, England
player
was
playing,
panicking.
regular player playing national league. Regular player playing national league.
Yes.
Move forward. We'll get less than how many minutes to finish. Baleba and Buemo. How do you see that form? What do you think is their future?
I think they're very good players. I think they should move out of those teams and start putting themselves in Champions League level, right? Now, there's a challenge to that, right? If you look at those teams where Baleba, for instance, can play big level with Barcelona. But if you go to Barcelona, is he capable to really put somebody on the bench? Not yet, right? Look at what is
Bueno.
Buemo. He's also good. Is he good enough to go to AC Milan, to Inter Milan, and put somebody on the bench? Maybe. Inter, yes, maybe he can go in there and still play, even Baleba. But at the Barcelona level, the Madrid level, it's difficult. Even when they took Mbappe, we were like, why are they taking Mbappe? But he has gone there, he's working hard. So it's a challenge. You have to go there, work hard to take somebody out, right? I think they're good. They're really, really good. They can play at that level.
As for Mbappe, I feel like he get a lot of support. The French media, they will make excuses. They will do all of these things until he start playing really well. So any other African player, not thinking that
I agree with you.
You not get that chance. Like even when you're there for bench, they will show you Alexandre's song. Say, look the way she does for bench.
Yeah,
you know deserve for she does bench.
I agree with you.
You understand? So yeah, you wanted to say something.
So like Bemo and Baleba, they are really good. Yeah, like you say, coach, they have to move a step ahead. All right, they have to, and they will for sure. But Barcelona was, for me, not a good example because the football of Baleba would not even fit in Barcelona. And then if you look at the midfield of Barcelona, all the midfield are coming from Masia. That means they've been playing together. Since childhood. Since childhood, okay? They grew up together in Masia. Now they promoted them in the first team together. You have Pedri, you have the other Gavi, you have the other guy. So the midfield is controlled from the school, from that young age. So they gave them that identity of midfield player. Those they gave to Iniesta and Xavi, all right? So they gave Gavi, Pedri the same thing. So going in there, find your way is not going to happen because it's even institutionalized that they are coming from the Masia. So now Baleba and Bemo for the Cameroonian team, they are very, very good asset we can rely on. Foremost, because Baleba is from Cameroon, so that guy knows the spirit of Cameroonian and African football. From Bemo is a little bit different. He has to be more into that journey to play that the African way. So you remember when you see how beautiful what is making a very interesting season with Brentford this time around. But whenever it comes to playing with Indomitable Lion, it's not it's not the same because African football is different. But Baleba, when he came in first game, you see the difference because it's coming from Cameroon. They taught him from scratch how to play in Cameroon, how to play in Africa. So unless we teach those binational players how this mentality, how we play in Africa, it's going to be a little bit difficult for Mbemo to showcase exactly what he shows in the Premier League. But I think for me, Mbemo should stay in Premier League, both Baleba and Mbemo. If they go somewhere else, it'll be different.
They with same team?
No, they move higher. I mean, they have Liverpool behind Mbemo, Tottenham as well behind him. You have City and Liverpool fighting for Baleba, so they can move to that team, and those are teams that plays football.
Okay, thank God, so you know, come Manchester United. Malik Carroll. Obviously, you want to talk big thing, and then you want to come Manchester United.
No.
Malik Carroll, what do you
see,
think for Baleba and Buemo? What's the future? What do you think?
I think the guys in the studio have said anything like they are so knowledgeable about football and just hitting point upon point. What else can I say? As for Baleba, I think Brighton is just a team for business. They know what they're doing. They are waiting for a heavy cash out, and then they'll let him go. And City will definitely go for him. I see Baleba playing for Real Madrid. He has the same qualities like people like Mane. He has a lot of quality, and he is so young that there's so much room for improvement. So I see Baleba going to teams like Real Madrid, Manchester City, Liverpool. He will go there and just start playing immediately. But as for Buemo, he's like Salah. They can be quiet for 80 minutes and the last 10 minutes they do magic. He still have a lot of work to do, but he's been on a wonderful
run,
like going up, moving, and he might definitely leave Brighton and go maybe Tottenham and any other team. Good, wonderful play. When we call the stars that are performing in the national team right now, it should be Baliba, Buemo, and I think Zamboangisa. You know, yeah. But Brighton will definitely have big on Baliba. That's for sure. If it's not happening this season, probably by the end of next season, Baliba will make a move to either Real Madrid, Manchester City, Liverpool, or one very, very top team. But I don't see him going to a team like Barcelona because,
where he doesn't start all games with that.
welcome a midfield succeed. Never. It's never. You know, a midfielder at that position. It's always been like a player that's from the Barcelona academy. But Baliba will definitely make.
People are actually saying that for some reason they feel like Baliba, since Baliba came up, people like Zamba and Grisa they're actually like, hey, I need to sit up, and they're making good. Do you think that that's true?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Baliba is very good. He's really, really good. He can do anything. He can do magic. He's physical. He's quick. He's really good. I'd see him taking control over any team's midfield. Like he said, Madrid, yes. He can
Malik, I see you shake your face today. You know things about Baliba don't make Anguissa don't improve.
But you know, in football, when it's your time, it's your time. Nobody can stop you. Whether they are good or bad, when it's your time, when you step into that room, whatever you say, everybody will listen. And that's how Baliba came into the national team. Everybody fall in love with the guy, like, whoa, this guy is just transforming the Premier League to the national team. Zamboangisa have done his time. So whether you sit up or you don't sit up, or the guy is there to do his job. It's up to you to follow his rhythm or you stay behind. Like, it's so easy for the guy, like the other analysts, he's from the they call the food the Brazzaville. All those Jama, all those Fufukon, all those bad roads, the most all chip is in the guy. When it comes back to play for Cameroon, it's a complete different player for all those being national that we have playing for our national team. And we need more players like that. That's why I'm always advocating for Boris Eno. Boris Eno was in the same academy. Give those kids a chance, man. Give them a chance, and you see the kind of football to produce. So Zambo has done his time. He's been in the national team for over how many years? Over 10 plus years. Yeah, over 10 plus years. So Baliba is their time to take it to a whole different level.
Okay. Before you close that topic, you have to mention that Zambo and Baliba, they are not playing the same position in the midfield. Zambo is like we call it the relay, the midfield relay, box to box. Now Baliba is a holding. So now with that physique and that presence of Baliba, he made the work so easy for everyone around him. So now you were saying that Zambo was struggling because Zambo had to defend, go down deeper than he's used to play in Napoli. All right. So now it was going down deeper to defend. But now that Baliba is coming there to close that, now it's really free. It's playing better, more playing his own position right now, so he can go up box to post and come back. All right, get the ball from the midfield, push it a little bit and release. All right, and give that help to the attacking players. But like Malik said, Baliba is another generation. Zambo is another generation. Let's
just enjoy them.
Enjoy.
Coaching. What did happen, Onana?
I think Onana is struggle because they not get good defense for Manchester United, right? The defense be so porous where they make the ball they come for you plenty times for different angle, right? Compared to Toridey for Inter. Inter gets solid defense. So you don't see some mistakes that we see now, right? That way De Gea start for Manchester United, it was horrible, right? That way they fortify their defense. You didn't see that kind of mistake. So when they go, the amount of balls that they come for Onana, they're plenty. So when you get that kind of situation, you could see mistakes. For me, like Mourinho talk after they play Fenerbahce, Mourinho talk say, nah, Onana give them that draw. Because if you watch that game, Onana was fantastic. You understand? I'm a Manchester man. So I watch that game only for Vex, right? So I make sure I watch that game for 5 a.m. only because I want Vex. You understand now? So I see Onana. I'm not be Onana fan, but I see the work with the putter, man. He go make mistakes, big mistakes.
Because that is the problem most people have, especially me, right? The type of mistake the way they make them. I prefer me the one score you some goal. You understand? I really see say, okay, this one was. But then when they shoot ball for your skin, you push them attacker can't score and things like that, I just feel like okay, something they wrong. And also some people in the way they get the argument say if you talk say in a cash fine now because you don't get good defense, say tie be able to get good defense. It means say you be good goalkeeper. Because you will be good goalkeeper, whether you get good defense or not, you prove yourself for some way person if you at least consider. You understand? Because for instance, the goalkeeper I did for Interna, I say one of the best for Italian league. We mean say they no be really need. We mean say some people the argument and say that's the reason why when Inter one sell it, they no be even look back innocent. Your take on Onana?
I will share the same view like your coach is having a very, very bad defense, to be honest. And apart from that, I will say it. I have my own view. It's part of that's not only the problem of Onana. It's not just the defense. So the defense and maybe maybe the system or the tactics they're putting on is not really working with the modern football they were trying to play. So Onana likes to play like the last defender. You see, and then that wants a little bit of room between him and the defender over there. But now these attackers, fast attackers of England, they take advantage of it. So when they play with your defense, they go speed and they kill you, they nail you. Like you said, there are some goals that when he takes the goal, you'll be like, were you distracted or something? So I'm gonna press that place where people don't want to. We want to stay on the football, but I think he has to handle some personal issue. I think he has to maybe go and face something that's not wrong, that's not going well with his godfather. Yeah, he has to. He has to go talk with his godfather and sort him out. Let me tell you something. When you have this kind of spiritual authority, whether you like it or not, when you have somebody that that you took from the hands and grow up, you counsel, you've cornered and
but have you watched his video at Ajax? He was making the same mistakes. Even at national team, the same mistakes, right? But see, the way you rate the goalkeeper, right? No, you look at the save.
The way he played in Inter was different.
So I think what he's trying to say is Onana not over involve himself for some political issues.
Yes.
Where me, I feel like psychologically, because trust me,
because it's not just
like when your own brother for house come online and they shout say, I don't mean his brother, biological brother, but Cameroonians are actually happy when he make the kind of mistakes he make. Certain journalists will go out and say certain things. It is supposed to be some cohesion there will be where when he make mistake, we are like, we are behind him. Mistake, yeah, we support him and everything.
But you see that negative vibe we are sending to him.
Yeah,
people in the online. I disagree.
You don't think so?
I know. You want to talk real football, but football has to do with your mental.
But that's an assumption, right? We cannot go off of assumptions. Those are all assumptions. We talk about facts. The facts are here.
Yeah.
When you count his saves and the mistakes already make it, he saves them.
It's true.
They're too much, right? Now, why don't we every Sunday, every Saturday go play?
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Is it possible for him to, let's say, end up with like 500 goals, but then with like 2,000 saves? And then easily become the best goalkeeper for Europe this year? Is it possible?
No.
So that is the point.
You could do an average, right? When you do an average, you could throw you off because I'm not average, right? Now the reason why I get 20 or 2,000 opportunities right now because the defense be porous,
which I don't deny.
So if you compare with some goalkeeper of Man City or for Liverpool, right? Liverpool goalkeeper go edgy because Liverpool, man, see plenty balls, but he go make one mistake out of 5, right? So he go get a better average than Onana go get them.
All right.
I think.
Let me finish this.
One minute. Because you gave a leave for 5, right?
No, they're good.
Okay, go ahead.
And when you are a footballer, that's why they take care of you psychologically. They make sure that you're right in your family, you're right in your personal life, that everything around you is good, so that you can perform well. So sometimes your performance might not be coming from the field. It might be somewhere else. That's what I say. When you see some kind of goals on a nice keeping is taken, he should definitely go to work something. Yeah, try to work something from the personal perspective, not just sport perspective. We are talking that this sport nowadays is coming more and more scientific, right? So we cannot take out the deep psychological aspect of it.
I agree with you. You talk whether I like it or not. Psychology get a lot to contribute to the game. If you do for that place where people they write this, people they write that, people they talk, especially people the way you really be close to. Minister, they call you talk your own. The man they call you talk your own. You there for that place, you fear say, oh, maybe minister do what I see with a toe. Maybe they don't go negotiate their thing now. And they'll throw on that boss. All that stuff. It go affect you psychologically, whether I like or not. Malik, I don't know what is your take on Onana?
Onana put himself for this situation, you know. When I talk about the minister, fans, Cameroonian getting on Onana, he put himself in this situation because he's a well-respected Cameroonian goalkeeper playing for Ajax, for Inter, and achieving every achieve in his career. He was one, but because of his ego, also, he have a big ego. Because of pride, he followed with the Gobert song during the World Cup, during the Nation Cups. He come in like 4 days after everybody there because you want to play a game that doesn't make no sense for Manchester United. If you're there, you're not there, the team will continue. And then you followed with President Samuel Eto'o. All those things like people were talking about psychology, it hits differently. That's some point we have to talk about. And also, if you're a goalkeeper and you play 6 games and you lose all the 6 games, mentally it's very, very difficult to catch it.
I agree that part.
Exactly.
You just know like, okay, we're going to lose again today. You don't know when the goal will come in. Trust me, before Onana make the mistake of a clear ball that comes to him and the ball goes in the net, he's already make like 6 or 7 saves before that ball going to the net. I don't really blame him for anything in Manchester United. I'm telling you, there's never been a match where Onana would just play and the only ball that came to go goes in the net. You always have to make like 6 or 7 saves. And sometimes mentally, you know that we're going to lose. And Manchester United is suffering as a result of bad recruitment. They changed their identity from the days of, say, Alex Ferguson. And the best way, when we talk about defend, the best way to defend is the attack. Once the attack is not doing their job over there, the defense will keep taking goals every day. And that's why everybody has lost confidence in Manchester. Look at the whole Manchester. When they score 1 goal, let's say they are down 1-0 and they equalize 1-1. They're happy like they are winning the game. The psychology in that team is 0 for everybody, not just Onana. I'm not blaming Onana for anything in that team.
Me, I actually blame Onana. He know it's good for him. Me go because that was some.
It's not about it. It's not about Eto'o.
Malik, my own opinion.
No, you can't put it on Eto'o, bro. We're talking about Manchester.
No, I didn't put that on Eto'o. I didn't put that on Onana. Just sometimes beware. If you wake up, you get some smell inside your room, right? You go just clean. Not because you really sure say the smell they come on inside your room. You just clean for make sure okay, I don't clean all place. I don't wash my toilet. I don't wash my dish. I don't move all my laundry them. I don't do all of these things. Now, if the smell still there for day, you know you don't at least do the needful. You understand? At this point in time, whether he likes it or not, for me just find way. Onana will become a hero, even beside Eto'o. He will become a hero if he instead solve the problem where it will happen between Fecafoot and ministry. You know so. Do you imagine say he call minister and tell minister say, hey, I feel I would over drag this thing. You understand? Namastand this.
And that will never happen.
Now the time will talk.
That involved in Cameroon.
Yeah,
it will happen. Our country is so divided politically. I'm telling you, you see our football, we can sit on this platform and talk about grassroots football, this and that. As long as the politics and personal interest involved in this game, kids will keep suffering. It will take us another 20 years to have another Carlos Baleba. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just too much. And all these big heads in the government, they are playing with Onana. And it's the same thing they're doing to Samuel Eto'o now. They're going to throw him on.
Exactly.
That's for real.
Yeah.
At some point, the boss, like they're doing to Samuel Eto'o right now. They are
when they finish using him, they're going to throw you under the bus. That's it.
Under the boss at some point also. So, for like Manchester United, nobody is shining. All of them are playing 40%. Everybody, no exception. Even their coach. How will a new coach come to a team? You're playing a system that is not working, and you say you stick to that system till you die. It doesn't work like that. There's something we call change. If my system is 4-4-2 and I play 5 match ball, 4-4-2 need worker, I go straight to 4-3-3. Just to make sure something happen. So they may not be Onana a problem. It's a whole team. Call me one player with the perform for Manchester United. Apart from that small boy Amad Diallo.
Now he got injury. They go.
He got injured. No, but even Garnacho, who was a great player, Garnacho cannot do anything. Look at Rashford. He's doing wonderful with Aston Villa right now. But at United, he was a lost and confused player.
Even Rabat.
Malik, I want.
He's the man of the guy, man of the match, Antonio Martial. Look at Anthony, the Brazilian. He's in Spain. Every match
is man of the match.
The whole it's not even on an affair at Manchester United. I am not an Onana guy because
of the institution they have to fix.
Look at it in reality, bro. The whole team, they have like I don't know what I can say. Everybody's playing at everybody, so it's not an Onana affair.
Okay, yeah, I still feel like Onana can focus. But I want us to talk about something though. I just joke though. I want us to talk about when I don't talk for you, say Manchester, one of the major problems that the fact to not buy the best. I don't think so. Not completely Man City to not buy the best. So what is happening with them? I'm gonna go Kochi first.
I think it was City. You know, the energy, the drive, not there again for that player, that group of guys. You see, if you watch their game today, they pulled everything. They outstanding. That the young guy, them. We get about 3 young picking them, 4 young picking them. They made the difference. If you see that old guy, them Arcade, them all of that, they drive not day. That's why you see Kyle Walker, they don't go. All these John Stones, them they don't get drive, they don't get purpose. They've won it all. You understand now? So they get for shift them, bring new energy. Now this is the thing. They don't give Pep Guardiola enough money for build a team. I think they don't spend up. You not get money for bring that energy. Now why that is struggles. You see, I know this guy. How they call this guy? Most of them don't play at least with Pep for 6 years.
They don't win almost everything.
They don't win everything. You see, I know. They don't need nothing. Now you see somebody like Salah. Salah be hungry, even though Liverpool no one sign the contract, but he play for the contract. You see, say he play. You understand? If it be for Liverpool, I mean for City, maybe energy for don't finish.
Yeah, I don't win this one. I don't win that.
Yeah, so I think that's the problem that with City. If you give Pep Guardiola a good team, you'll see a good coach. If you give it the kind of team, struggle. Now the team that we don't always pray, maybe they give Pep a weak team like they give Mourinho. See where they go deliver. Enough fit.
That's what you don't learn.
Enough fit. You don't lost 9 games, straight games.
All right, but Manchester City and Manchester United is two different situations. For Manchester United, it's a whole institution that needs to be reformed. Since Alex Ferguson left with that identity Manchester United used to have, you see that strong defense, strong midfield, and fast attacking players. You don't have that anymore. So now, you remember one interview of Ronaldo with Piers Morgan. He said that the thing that he left 12 years ago, he came back, it's the same thing. Nothing have changed in Manchester. And then you can stay in that position and you expect to be competitive in this football that is going so fast. So for Manchester United, they have to reform. They have to go back from scratch and build a very training. You don't see Manchester now. They are getting players out. They don't have anything from the training center, from their school. They don't have anything.
Which is not supposed to be.
Which is not supposed to be. That means that training, that identity they used to have with Alex Ferguson, they don't have it anymore. All right. But now with Manchester City, it's different. We are coming to the end of an era. You see players, they have won Champions League. They won 6 times or 4 times in a row. Premier League. They won all the cups. You understand? And then now they are like, man, I got it all. I'm no more motivated to run the way I used to run. And then you have this player, they are aging. You have Kevin De Bruyne. It's not the same Kevin De Bruyne of 5 years ago or 2 years ago. You have Bernardo Silva, but they're still using them. Now you brought back Gundogan. You see, so this is an end of era. You have to take them out, sell them. If you don't have money, look out for those young players that you can still make something out of them. Get them and build a team up. Give them that momentum. They have had that momentum because they will be hungry to win something with you. All right. So it's an end of an era in City. They have to sell all those, the Bernardo Silva, the Kevin De Bruyne, all of them. They've won it all. So now they need to bring new blood in there, so to test them.
Malik, you think say the Mbappe will see now and Mbappe will continue to see until he win Champions League?
Absolutely, 200%. 200%. Right team at the right time, right age. Wonderful support from everybody. He's just a star to talk about right now. We watch Mbappe play football. You enjoy football. He did Real Madrid. Each and every one of us out there, we are a fan of somehow it's form of fashion. I'm telling you, when I watch Real Madrid play, I get some sweet, like even when they watch their
You
football,
find that.
it is sweet. Me having Mbappe fan any day, anytime, that Ballon d'Or is loading. It's loading. It's loading. It's loading.
I think one of the two we talk I really like and the support we receive from Madrid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually expecting maybe there was going to be some tussle. Okay, that way Messi they become for Paris Saint-Germain with Neymar, you disrespected them. Because now so they be making no, you disrespected them and this and that they left. Now you don't come for year. I be Vinicius, I be Brazilian, I be Ongambasi for year. But you really see how there is struggle for helpy during the times they be down, struggle for helpy. Get the game until I don't know if that's so you see Uncle Shim.
No, it flow now, right? Like for Madrid, just be like that way Benzema be good. He better pass, he the flow, he not take it too much time for get to level with it. I watch it for Champions League, very dangerous.
Yeah.
Now they you see Mbappe way if it only get better, right? Two folds, right? He's that good. He's comfortable. He's where he wanted to be, and he's showing it. So I think, say for this,
very comfortable.
Yeah, go ahead, Malik.
I said the guy doesn't lose the ball. He's a team player. You know, at Paris Saint-Germain, Mbappe can run the show by himself. Watch him at Real Madrid. Combination play with Rodrigo, with Vinicius, the friendship, the bond they are building. These kids will do magic. Just love the new Mbappe, the way he plays football. Doesn't complicate it. He goes where he needs to go, pass where he needs to pass. It doesn't matter who scores. They are playing for Madrid, and this Madrid they will only get better. And I can tell you for a fact that Kylian is heading towards the Ballon d'Or. This is his first season. After like 5 games, he gets some small challenges, and he actually played the roof on 9. Nobody position. He adapt like, and he's doing it wonderfully.
Madrid, Liverpool. What do you think? Champions League finals.
Yeah, ask him.
So what do you think? Madrid, Liverpool, Champions League finals.
I'm a Liverpool fan.
Real Madrid can score at any time.
They can do what?
They can score at any time. Real Madrid can score at any time. It will be difficult for them to play a game without scoring. Whereas, when you look at Liverpool, if they keep Mo Salah quiet, it can be difficult. I'll go Real Madrid. If it happens,
you know, the struggle with City first leg, right? The struggle with City first leg.
I agree they struggle, but every game is not the same. And if you look at their previous matches, the way they play, I think they can beat any team, anytime. The way they play against Atletico Madrid is one of the most difficult, the toughest team to play against defensively. They succeed to score goals against that team. They're gonna keep Van Dijk for sure.
I want to talk about you want to talk something. Go ahead.
Yeah, real quick. And remember, even though Mbappe, people were saying Mbappe was low, he was making MVP every single game, even though it was low. You guys remember that?
Right. So
No, in Real Madrid, even though people were saying that he was down, he was making man of the match. So what I'm saying is the whole team was down by that time. That's what they say. The phase that is really important for Real Madrid is the returning leg. When they are playing the returning leg, that means the team has now built a block together. They know what they are doing. The new player they merge together. So that's why you see the difference right now. And one other thing I want to say, Mbappe didn't really receive that support from the French press as he used to, because he didn't show up. He didn't show up for that national team stuff because of political stuff that's going on the background. So they batch him seriously. They even put a rape history on him out to be fake. They put that the whole French press was talking about him raping a girl in Sweden. You remember? So now the guy say, okay, I'm going to stay out of the national team. I'm going to build myself up because my priority is Real Madrid, is my dream team. So he took that time. And you mentioned something that was really critical, the support we received from the teammate and from the administration of Real Madrid. Even people was putting pressure on the president. Oh, why did you bring him over? We already had a team that was building.
Working.
Yeah, that was working. The president, he didn't even want to listen to them. He gave him his support. The coach gave him his support. At the time when they needed him the most, he showed up.
I said, Ancelotti, what is different about him? He always can't be consistent now for longer than most coaches. We wait to be that thing we get away different for no get.
You know the little things, right? For that kind of level, now the little things they make the difference.
Absolutely.
For instance, when game tight, right? Look at the substitution. 9 out of 10 times that substitution can make the
Makes
difference.
sense, yeah.
Game end, right? That's in that way. Plenty coaches they not
He
get.
get juju.
Coaches they give enough for end game, you give enough for close game, you give enough for attack game, right? He get them all. Some coaches there, like Klopp was successful with Liverpool because the players they will be one play. Now, if Klopp goes on team like Dortmund, we not get hungry players, they may not deliver. Ancelotti, very level, all man, it is send you for field, you go deliver for you. Now the difference that if you listen to, I listen to Eto'o, he never my studies. He talk say, maybe Mourinho man. He say, you know what? All tous les grands joueurs aiment Mourinho because he put belief in you.
Yeah, I saw you posted it today.
He put belief in you. I like to put that kind of thing because a lot of people get that like a negative opinion about Mourinho. Or you talk with the big player, the John Terry, and the big player they will tell you this coach die. And that's so you to get results, right? That's so you to get results.
You think Mourinho will ever come back for Lamley?
Personally,
Be honest, no look this side.
No. Right? I mean,
Lamley has been winning Champions League and other stuff.
I think he can.
Belgium win now.
Champions League,
Europa
Conference League.
Yeah.
No, I mean Champions League.
The team never played Champions League.
Now what he talks, he would think so.
No, he's you see the position Pep Guardiola is in right now. That nothing is not working. You tried everything, it's not working. That's why he's scratching his head like that. Mourinho has gone through that, but I think right now, if he bounce back, if you get a team, he can do something because he was an end of an era for him too. Because since FC Porto, he brought in some new tactics, some new way of coaching that people were not getting it. Now most people got it around, so it was kind of difficult for him to showcase again as the special one. The special one became the ordinary one. So now he put himself to work to adapt to this new vibes of football. So now I believe that if they give him a top team, he can perform something. And mind you, he was pointing out this failure of Manchester United when before they sacked him. He was saying, man, I've won 4 Champions League with different teams, but this Europa League which I just won with Manchester, is the most important title of my life. People didn't understand that by then, but now they are giving me that Mourinho was so right because he said this kind of mentality with this kind of player, I was able to pull out a title.
Trophy,
Man, for me, for him, it's the most biggest trophy. The guy that won Champions League and other stuff say that the Europa League is one of his greatest achievements. So you understand that he was just in a place where end of an era, maybe end of a system that was played. People got to know his system, so he had not to build up, and now he's delivering with Galatasaray. If you watch a game with Galatasaray, you see different tactics of Mourinho.
Fenerbahce.
Fenerbahce.
Malik, one more round up. We'll get less than 10 minutes. Woman pack motor for one fee. If go enter for fee, they say sport not there for ye. They say pack motor for one fee. How you be feel about the whole incident? We all know say na wrong, whether we like or not. I don't know if any person ever disagree. But how you be feel? What came to your mind when you hear about the whole thing?
I actually watched the video. I never noticed a woman parking motor for that place. Now after I go watch again, close on that block, I realized a woman block parking motor for that place because there was no parking space. And then President Kam, he went to don't park motor for how they call that spot
for entrance.
For front gate.
For American fee, you go chop ticket like $500.
What's $500? You going to jail?
They go told the
car. Don't tell you go to jail for park for that kind of place.
So for person like woman, you don't live all your life for Europe. He get for no better. Say that place na emergency parking. When if you park motor for day because ambulance enter if something happen, Red Cross kind of things them. And then I make president the vex already before I even know a woman they talk to you one talk. But just I don't know why people they try to make a big deal out of it. If you want to fix the things, then more try to fix the small things. By not parking for places you're not supposed to park for field. It's as simple as that. Not be some big deal. Don't just park there. We don't want to fix ways. More thing they will never fix.
Kushi, what do you think?
I honestly no, I'm not be vexed with that. But we got. I want to ask questions. Say whether I pack am or I drive am.
Now you back him. And you know what was funny is he even go do interview. They explain say he come before Roger Miller. They tell you say if he enter with moto, and then they give Roger Miller come. He go meet Roger Miller, explain whatever you want to explain about Roger Miller. Roger Miller say okay, don't hear. And then Roger Miller tells me shift moto. He shift moto. Roger Miller enter with own moto. He want go enter now they block. So he decides, so you know what? I'll just block the plane. No man will enter.
Okay, you're wrong. You're wrong. Even though the way they treat you wrong, but a decision for that moment be wrong. Completely. If he call president, saying that the situation this is what they face, and not get space, maybe president will call, make allowance, right?
No, I don't. For me, I don't even think they're supposed to make any. Go ahead.
Let me clarify some things about that. See, the president himself back in the parking lot, so he was walking on foot to enter field. So as he was walking to enter field, as he see motor park, he say, how would I park motor? So if the player get injured for they will do how for take an go in an emergency. So what is happening is like most people are that's why I told you that the press will need this education, because not just everybody needs your education, because they don't let you in the field. Must you park your vehicle in to block the road?
And the funny thing is, you park your car there and then you walk out, food go enter inside, go watch the game.
So he said he's used to come in there. That's not the first time he was coming there with the vehicle. They always allow him to go in. Does it make it a law because they always allow you to go in? No. There are some days you come, they say, no, there's no spot in there. Can you find a place in the parking lot and park? And I'm pointing the fact that the president of the federation came walking because he's parked in the parking lot. He was walking, coming. So if there was somebody that would be like, no, I'm the big boss, I want to come here, they open the gate for me, he would be the one. But he parked on the parking lot. He was walking. Now he came to enter, he saw a vehicle parked. Like, man, we can't do this. And now, even though Roger Miller is a diplomatic personality.
And he's even old, man.
Not he's a legend, he's a diplomatic personality. So when it comes to a protocol with Roger Miller, you have to be, you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful. You understand that? So maybe Romelen thought that the Secretary General of League of Professional League had some beef with them. Maybe he does.
Maybe he thought it
was wrong. What he did was wrong. So now people are making it face like Etofis have a beef with the woman, and that's why they don't allow him to park his car in the field. Man, they are so crazy. There are some crazy narrative when you listen to baby like, man, you should be. It's not because you don't let me in here that I'm going to stand in your door say nobody's going to go out, nobody's going to come in. No, it doesn't work.
So what did they do with the car? They towed the car?
They call him. They call him. He come and remove the car. But now the way he's presenting himself in an interview is like the president and the Feka Food, they are beefing him because they are forgetting that he's a legend. Man, even though you are a legend, have some simple sense of moral and respect.
I think we'll end the interview with that. Malik, I'll start with you. Do you think this Ancien Gloire thing should be something that we are really pushing out there? This whole palava, the group of persons they play for national team 1990, they play quarterfinals, we get for build a house, we get for do this, we get for put them for salary and all of these things. Do you think that's an idea we'll get for push them? Because guess what? Now, women that generation this don't start talking, they deserve some certain things them because they be play for national team for 2002, and they win all the things they win them. What if 2017 then to the come? What if we win Nations Cup next year? So what if we start winning Nations Cup and World Cup every year? Now, so what is your take on the whole Ancien Gloire and how they get to treat them?
But now I feel like we have to respect those guys who they don't put their sweat blood on the line for Cali green, red, yellow. Go for them. highest level for the world. Even doing when they don't retire, I think state gave for support them. They're not plenty. They're not plenty in the 30.
What is going to happen when they're plenty?
No, I just they're not plenty. First of all, we'll get a population of about 35 million. That people, all them not even reach even 500,000, even don't know. It's not a very small amount of people. We state fees support them. You know, like stuff like going to the field. No international, not as saying Glory will get put on go interfield. Once federation also will get this number of unseen Glory, they active when they go watch football. They go for print their card, they get their position, they pack their motor. It is normal for most countries there. They don't give us stuff like that. But again, Cameroon in a country where everything just they scatter, nothing is arranged. But those guys, they don't play, they don't sweat, they don't give you joy, they don't represent Cameroon for the highest level. They deserve whatever they feel get from the government at any time. So to the one is stay Cameroon.
Coach do it. I know. I see that coach. You know, so what do you think?
No, I mean, you know, when they won all that thing in 2000, when they came back, they received decoration. That is one of the good form of recognition. All right. So now, if you want to like put them on salary because they've done something like maybe the military that make all their stuff, and then when they go back, they give them a little something for their retreat and other stuff when they go for retirement on other stuff. If the money is there, I have no problem with it.
The money is there.
I have no problem with it. All right. But now, does it give them the right to behave the way they are? Like everything's granted? No. So we have to be a little bit, we have to take a little bit that civics education up. And but if the money is there for them, we give them.
Because for me, I'll be honest, that is my only problem. The entitlement mentality
is not.
As in, because that is the same thing. The other one is for instance, the one way they for bench for ministry.
I wanted to say something.
Yeah.
And they are in a field of career where they made a lot of money. Okay, it's not like this single civil servant they will receive 100,000 a month for their whole career. These are people that made billions, not millions or billions.
Yeah, that's not the point. Because
the recognition is something else. But if it's just to give them salary, how can we? What kind of salary can we give those billionaires?
Okay, that's not the point. Because we gave us, if I agree with Malik, say we'll give them a salary, whether now 15,000 or now 2 million, right? That's another discussion. Because if it to go for Milan, anytime it interfield, it pack. If he play for Cameroon, they get forget that privilege, right? So whether a millionaire or not be millionaire, not be the point.
So you mean say women get forget that privilege for Cameroon?
If you're not there, right? That's until they get for institute them. That it will write a path that they get for institute them. Because this boy, like Malin talker, what if this man is foot broke, it is limb for house?
Okay, so
so if you consider the pain, if you also consider the suffer, because this boy they suffer for the national team.
So what about we will be support for middle night and all of that?
But you support, you not play, you not run round feed, you not tell you run 40 times, you not do that. You just don't drink beer support.
And that is what I'm trying to say.
But if you're there for all places, for here, they call it Hall of Fame, right? It there everywhere. Why we not fit implement them?
No, we don't implement them, but we don't realize it's actually being chaotic now because some people they want to use them like now. So imagine say Rigobert's song when they say, "Hey, we don't want to use you again." He said, "No, una must use me because the Rigobert's song. I won this number of Nations Cup. I've done this for the team. I've done all of these things. You understand?"
So they don't want to use it for it
as coach anymore for national team, and they say, "No, una must use me because of what I don't do for this country." Or let's say another person like Oman Big, they say, "Oh, and if you come over here, I must coach your team because I don't give in for the team." They get excuses and like, "Oh, it told talk like we honor and send glory." You understand? If we do this, if we do this, and all of that stuff. Now the mindset that with me, I feel like it make me, I start feel like, okay, you know what? Maybe we'll go for start question some of these things. Now, remember, football now one of the many things that we need and for run that country. We don't make that country happy. You understand? Serai Tunge, all of these persons. So many persons will get these guys from we don't win mountain race. No, so many times. I saw the other one the other day, the one of CDC and whatever. If we want to go out there and start say, if all the people that want come to say, okay, I need this kind of privileges. I'm not even against them
The privilege
on that salary thing. Like, okay,
But
all
the
of them
entitlement.
100, 200,000, 300,000 every month. My problem is that entitlement say, because I be ancient gloire, I deserve the kind of thing. When I come for some place, if they want to make meeting for football at for Southwest, now me I must be president, or now me I must talk, and then people were. That's just my concern, which is what is actually going on.
So if I understand you very well, you agree with them giving them that privilege, but you want me to control them, me to cap them, right?
Yeah.
I agree. They give a control.
Exactly.
Enough it just give them a
Everything.
blanket privilege, right? They
Just
give
imagine, say 1990 people, then shooting now, we are still compensating them.
Mhm.
What you are technically telling the other generation is, when I try for quarterfinal, then when they okay. They understand. Now, so I look at 1990 generation, we are going to build you guys houses, we are going to do this, we're going to do that. They began for don't do them before 94, and they began for end.
No, but
Make
Malik
them
just talk.
responsible.
Malik just talk and say we get for in an encouragement, a motivation. If we reach a quarterfinals, we know say on a date set. Now a motivation.
So it means that if we get people the night they can't take World Cup, if we cancel all the one day they reach a quarterfinal, right? Because nothing is our biggest achievement.
No.
So then what would they do?
Okay. So no. I mean, the if they have the money, they want to spend on them, let them do it in a correct way. All right. But now we are in this argument started because somebody did something that he wasn't supposed to do.
No, we're not talking about that. We passed that one already.
Because he feel that it's because he's an ancien gloire, he's entitled to a certain privilege. All right. But your privilege comes with a certain sense of responsibility. You are a role model to the society. So now we are trying to give that education to the young generation that at least show them the good path. So whenever you go to a place or to a field because you are a former footballer, if they say your car, not you, your car cannot enter a certain place, you get mad and lock the place? No. But you went in there, you were sitting in a very good spot, you were watching the game. All right. So now, what kind of lesson or what example are we showing to this young generation coming up? That's the point. So now, if you start like, okay, we want to entitle them to every compensation because they've done it, it's all right. I'm not having any problem. But now, look at the door is going to open. People playing basketball, people playing volleyball. They have won because the volleyball is one of the most decorated federation in Cameroon.
You see.
And handball.
We cannot say.
So, what about them?
Okay, that is, like you said, you started this thing in a fair way. If there's the money.
Yeah, if there is.
Basketball, how they call that, Department of Basketball, not get the money. They not afford that privilege. Or running or mountain race, they not get. But soccer,
no, all the department afford the money because they even fake afford the take care of those guys. Them na state.
No, if the money, if
state the finance,
if a chunk of the money, with Minister of Sports get, they come from. If 90% they come from faker food.
Nah, it didn't come from faker food.
Just this is it. If of course it come from faker food.
From the minister.
Because it come directly from the ministry.
Okay,
faker food they give money for ministry.
Okay, get
from government.
You don't get my point again. When we organize games, reset the match, all that kind of stuff there, right? And faker food they generate the money, right?
Yeah.
The faker food they do for generate money, it pass all other departments. True, right? If they get that portion, that advantage, we can forgive them that advantage.
So we don't forget the player they play money. The beginning they play now, they get enough.
Which beginning?
The beginning they play. They don't even have enough.
But they give them enough. They pay them salary.
They don't even have enough. How much are they paying them?
No, see.
Okay, Coach, this is my thing.
Before we conclude.
Yeah,
Malik,
you really want to talk something.
I beg we get people them for comment section. So we never go and see where this episode.
Would you see them?
more take people for comment section too.
Okay, but I say this falls into my eyes are getting bad. I don't know.
No, let me lead. This falls into culture of the sport. We have struggled because the culture is dead. It's all dead. If the local game is good, and then the club president and teams will give these guys privileges. Government has no say in such things.
Yes.
Okay. That's our own view. But I'm saying this to just maybe
Malik, what you? I want me to answer your man.
Now government is the all thing.
exactly.
May talk now.
Fake food is a subsection of the government. Now government get all the budget. Government player they go play ball, they win trophy. When they come back for country, government decides I will build a house, I will buy one a motor, I'll give one 10 million. Now government, I want to talk about fake food. Government not get nothing for do. I don't know what to get not the talk for this. Now government get fake food. Now government they talk say, hey, time when I don't go represent in our country, if I need be fake food, now government say at time when I picking them, when I can take musanga, when I take money, when I take house. Now government get fake food. Fake food and there's a room inside house. Now government be get a house.
So Malik, your point I say, more say in the government get them right.
Yeah.
It be okay say make government take care of them.
Yeah.
It's not be right. But when it's significant with the green, red, yellow, taking our country to the rest of the world, and government feel like they have done something great. For government make that decision, cost the government nothing, and so many other.
Yeah.
And now why that way? I feel like it's not even supposed to be limited to football. People like Ghana will not represent government. Now the ministry, maybe about the specific sporting activity. The ministry will come Ghana and say, hey, because you have done it. And my thing I say, it is kind of like encourage other picking them. You will notice it after Ghana start winning, they fight them. We don't say yes, so many Cameroonians they fight, and they don't only fight, they win.
They win.
You understand? So now the same thing if you take some person like Sarai Tonge or this lady where they now, where it win now, yes, don't win now 10 times and how many times? Wonderful person. You make it like a role model. Make small get a minute understand. Say, hey, if you get the kind of achievement, nothing that the country your government will do for you. You understand? But I like what you talk about. These things should come also with certain responsibilities. We cannot just give you guys this thing and then you carry a motoka pack for show power, and then you take the money, the worker harass people and all of that. Now, just to me, I think. Any other point? Yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah, to say about that, you see, you cannot. These are made men, all right. They made a career. They made a lot of money. So now, you want to compensate them. I don't know, for life or whatever. It's all right. But now the younger players that are coming up, how do we treat them? They are now starting a life, a career. They have nothing. These people, they have made everything. They have, they've won trophies. They've made money. They've built their house. Their children are well situated. And these young players now they are coming up. So how do we treat them? Knowing that. No, let me finish. Knowing that there's no money because whatever fight is going on between the ministry and the federation is about money.
No, you said if there is money.
Yes.
Let's go off of that assumption. If there is money, you treat them. No, if there's no money, you make a different decision. Let's assume that there's money.
Okay.
If there's money, and Toridey's point is, it has to be a blanket thing. You have to apply it to basketball and tennis and everybody who has played for Cameroon. I agree. If it's from Ministry of Youth and Sports, I agree.
Yeah.
If it's from the government, I agree.
It is
as long as you do something, recognize these people who have played for us, who have participated or represented us at higher levels. I agree.
So what I'm saying is just open doors for all other people come in and say, hey, you have to consider us as well. It's okay. That's why I say if there's enough money, I'm keeping putting my enough because I wanted to emphasize on the enough. If there's enough money, they say they want to do it, it's all right. What I'm saying enough because we have urgent matter now as far as football is concerned. We have to build that identity. We need money to fund those kids, to build them, to train them, to make the whole 10 region of Cameroon being football-wise, because football we have something it's something of a national unity. It's an arm for a national unity.
So what if the privilege? Let's not even talk about money. What if the privilege is just access to the stadium?
They do.
Okay. No, they have all of that.
So that is okay.
They're okay.
Okay, so let's not. Money comes in if there's money.
Koshi, trust me. The concern here is not even the fact that these guys don't have those privileges. You understand? Malik play with Malik Day. If you go for Tico now, for entrance of fee, they'll treat it differently.
Yes.
People they don't do certain things for certain level. It depends on level. You understand? You go for fee. I was talking with some person the other day. He say, "Hey, Sako, you and Malik, me and Malik and Deep Tambe, I think, all we play for Akada. But guess what? When we go reach for fee for Limbe, me, Malik, and Deep Tambe, they'll treat we differently. But Deep Tambe don't only play for Akada. It can go for different level, play for national team, win Nations Cup. Malik no only play for Akada. It can go for some different level. He play for Cameroon, win team, and then go international. You understand? You not expect me, where I only play for Akada and for get the same privilege for Akada like Deep Tambe, where he play for Akada and they play for national team.
No.
You understand? Yeah. Now the reason I try to talk to me, I just feel like the privilege, no money dispute them.
Yeah.
But also, as he talk, may that privilege come with certain responsibilities. Nobody said they will make you president for Senafok. You understand? Players are not being paid nothing. You're not doing anything.
No, but that's another discussion. Right?
No, ma finish. You understand? Where would the one make you president for Senafok and officially and send gloire?
So
you understand the pain of this speaking them.
Exactly.
You don't go play for Real Madrid. You know how to structure things and make things work. And then you don't do anything. But then you see, expect these privileges. That is just my concern. Those privileges will come with your responsibility. If you help the country grow, if you need to do all of those things, then I don't think you're going to get those privileges. If they say like, Biden will be president again, Ma will be president, and I don't say, hey, you not get wait till they call security clearance or whatever. You don't need to have that.
Yep.
Do you understand? You don't need it. You be answering. Go
home.
So I just feel like now, if the person they contribute for what you feel like, okay, this man they really help, then if we give you some certain access to some certain level of privilege. That's just
if you elevate a privilege.
Yep.
But all them go they get the basic.
They get the basic things like
if you elevate the privilege based on how it help the community.
The community, exactly.
For instance, a tone and a president, it means say even after football, he don't decide for do more. So if you get another privilege, you feel drive your motor enter inside fee as president. You understand? Senafok president also. So the new association are waiting. The one you replace Senafok.
Asef.
Yeah, Asef. So between Asef president will be active and Wome who will motor for Paco in Safi.
Yeah.
That is just the point. Wome used to be president for Canon. He will be president for Canon. Between ye and the present president for Canon, who will motor for Paco in Safi if Canon the play. So I just feel like so me at the one look at man.
Yeah, that's the point. Like Eno say on we have enough pressure situation that if you want to spend money on that kind of issue, is going to create. Like you say, we have teachers that need money that they haven't gotten their salary for like 10 years. So we have some more pressing issue than giving money to former billionaire or former players. I mean, they have some privilege that they are entitled to there and they are using them. So that's fine.
But say, read that one. No, guys, that's an assumption that players know how football is run because they played professionally. Nope, it does not work that way. The way they I not think saying an assumption, a wrong assumption. We all know see the way life the work experience is saying at the best teacher, and then I talk him. I don't know what I'm Chukoshi.
No, I disagree with True Lion for that.
Yeah, so long as go ahead, man.
Because when you don't be for that level
for the damn amount of time,
you understand. You see, we will not play ball for that level, right? You know, if you see football for board, right? Because they don't show them football for board. They don't show them system. We fit only play football because you know how to play. So these guys that don't play for that level, they know. I agree with Sako for they know how the structure is, and they fit at least mimic to some extent.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think because they don't play, they know.
Another point also is you will get people like Samuel Eto'o, right? You hear Mourinho will say, I be getting kind of relationship with you.
Yes.
I don't want to make the decision. I go meet the kind of player. You hear Guardiola will say, I want to make certain decision. I go meet Xavi. I go meet the person.
People.
When it means say, the only use these guys and a player. It talk with them. They learn one or two things from me because it tell okay, now the decision this is what I make and how I think. So I feel like it was difficult for get some player we play for that level. And then get some set, get no. It's difficult. Now when you talk to them will be good coach, perfect coach, or whatever. But there's a reason why when Ancelotti left Madrid, Zidane came, he won the Champions League also. You understand? No, not say But after that, it started getting also more difficulties. So me, I just feel like the more, bro, you know, if you be player, you work with how they call it, Pep. You work with Mourinho. You work with all these guys, and they tell me so you don't learn even so small thing. Now impossibility. Malik, you want talk on that, and then we'll end. I don't drag and plenty 2 hours.
We don't drag the topic for so long, but again, I just feel say after your career, trust me, it doesn't matter how much money you make, and when you go back home, you decide to stay for Cameroon like a local man. The federation or state give for just no say, hey, you want to go for fee, you give free pass. I know True Line will make some comments say, even for America, ex-players they want to go fee, they pay their own ticket, except send a team invite them. True Line, you're right, but for African context is kind of is different. I need like to compare to what thing will happen for America and to like Cameroon because now two different day and night. Things don't work like that for year and for day. Now make so people don't stay for America for a long way. If they're not going back to Cameroon, you lost touch. We are arguing only based now 2 day for your hate. You know the reality for down. People like women, like they can forgive them a parking space and all that kind of stuff. I feel it fit do based on their responsibility also because especially when they come fee, involved in community activity, take part for your own sector. No man about you, one can't pay a ticket. But people, especially they see support football, I think they get forgiven that kind of privilege.
Kushi, what should be our final say?
Well, I mean, I think I don't learn a lot, especially Cameroon football, because I not really be versed with Cameroon football like that. Like you talk, I don't come out Cameroon a long time ago, and I not really they in touch because a lot of politics they inside Cameroon football way, and no like for getting involved. Now what I see when he talks at the shift away, he say just talking at the football side because if he talk down, no. Yeah. But I really don't learn a lot. I don't learn a lot from this interaction. I understand certain things about Cameroon football now. We tell we will be in a BCM. So I think it was very productive for me.
Malik, your final words.
Well, Coach, man, I think I don't watch you a couple of times on Toridey. I don't know if I don't meet you in person, but hey, great mind, great football mind, great man. Talk with a lot of
energy about football at different level.
Experience and knowledge. Me too, I don't learn a lot from you. Also, just sitting here for the past hour, just listening to you. I learn a lot, and I hope they will keep in touch, man. Other guy also, man.
For TVT, the one put you for field, I may argue because I know what you do, my team. So I know fine. I say no, Malik no the play name not there for list. I go call
Pride. How the man know say Malik no there for list?
I see for Houston one key place.
No, me say how we know say no there for list.
I don't go through list. I'm gonna check her now. Malik can bring it there.
But those are some of the things we are talking about. How can a player like Malik, where he don't influence, he don't play football for Chico, make we happy, he don't play for international level, all of he come for that kind of competition where we all know he will need me a name before this.
No, because rules day, right? Rules day.
If we never break rules for people like
no, because they bring in that for some purpose. They bring Malik for some purpose. I see Malik the run cam. I just say no. Malik never play this game. So if Malik never be for list since, I know if you argue. Yeah. And I see this man. I want to see where JC. I said no. That game was lost 1-0, lost the 4. Malik. Respect,
by the way, Malik, Maggie Kongosa. So they available? You they up?
Of course, I'm available. I'm gonna
play now. Yeah. So they didn't fight.
Yeah. I go play TVT this year for sure. I'll play TV. I'm getting my body ready. I'll play TVT.
That way, if you drag out.
I go play. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, okay, then we'll talk.
Okay, what's your conclusion?
I mean, we've touched a lot of topics, and then we talk about the national team, about all the shenanigans that is going around. The African context and the Cameroonian context in particular is very different from the big world stage of football. So some comparison we don't need to do that. But yeah, we are trying to tend to excellence as far as Cameroonian football is concerned. We talked about, we learned some, we gave some out, and then we just hope this administration, they'll keep doing the good work they are doing, and we hope these people of social media or the press or even we individually will start to think to point out some positive things, not just focusing on negative stuff and all that. And then let's encourage our team, whatever be the coach, and then we will go for the win.
Thank you very much. I okay, but Sema read the last comment and now answer and then we'll go. He say, you guys are mixing stuff up. Office management is different from coaching tactics. So when you talk about my answer is Jolivan, you talk about office management is different, and according to you, people that they play football, they probably don't know office management. I just wanted to remind you that for the last 40 years, Cameroon don't be ruled by people the way they learn all kind of politics, they learn all kind of book, they know all kind of office management, they don't get all kind of experience, but it's still a mess. So at the end of the day, the conclusion for me now say who want to do the job, go do the job. And I don't know, for me, and coach don't talk and my brother don't talk, and they say the persons the way they did now for fika food, they actually do the thing the way we want them and do them. We mean say the former footballer them, they actually manage the office very well. Now my conclusion now, I thank you very much. We'll try for me to every Sunday, but name all man will always be every Sunday. Maybe coach when he get time, he will come back. I think say Innocent will always be. If Malik always get time, will be. And any other person will watch, if he say one join we any other Sunday, feel free for let me know. So if you put you for the program. Thank you very much. Sooner or later.